The next problem is a break-even analysis problem, example 2.3 from page 32. And in this example, we have a quality service company, and they are in the process of undertaking a direct mail campaign. So they want to print a bunch of catalogs and mail them to their customers. And the cost of printing the catalog is $20,000 fixed cost plus 10 cents per catalog. That's the cost of printing. And then the cost of mailing the catalog out is 15 cents per copy. In addition, when a customer places an order using that envelope, then the company incurs the 20 cents cost of that returned envelope. And on the average, customers who place an order, they order $40 worth of goods. Now, is also we're going to assume that on the average, 80% of the order would be the cost of the order. Okay, like $40 is the average order, so $32 out of that would be cost. So remaining $8 would be the net profit, and of course we have to take away 20 cents postage from that. Now, the company plans to mail 100,000 catalogs, and we want to assume a certain percentage of customers will place the order. So that's the response rate. What would be the response rate that we can expect? Well, that is something we have to assume. It could be 1%, could be 2%, 3%. So we can do a what-if analysis with that response rate. So the first step is to set up a model and then use the model to do some analysis, like what response rate the company will break even, and at what response rate, what profit the company will make. So first step is to set the model up, and then we will use it for what-if type of analysis. Let's now go to the Excel file. So the inputs are already highlighted, and this is the response rate of 8% is just a trial value. This is another thing that you need to use to make the spreadsheet model more readable. So here is a comment there that says what is that 8% about. So trial value, and we will be doing sensitivity analysis with that. And here the little red triangle says that there is a comment there that includes 10 cents of variable cost of printing and then 15 cents of mailing. So this is our fixed cost, and the variable cost per order is 80% of the order plus 20 cents of return envelope. We can add comments by going to review and then adding new comments. So let's set up the model now, and first thing first, let's give names to the input cells. So create from selection. So the number mailed, so that is our decision variable, and we have to color code that, and I'll use that color, and names here. Here we have to be careful. The fixed cost of printing is the same as what we see here, so we shouldn't give a name for this row, because if we did, then there will be a clash. So we need to only name these 4 cells. Okay. Now the response rate, that is the number of orders that we get, is the total number mailed times the response rate. Okay, let's enter the number 100,000, which is our initial value. Okay. Then total revenue will be the number of responses times average order. The fixed cost of printing is the fixed cost of printing. Variable cost of printing and mailing is the number of catalogs we want to print times the variable cost of printing and mailing. Total variable cost of orders will be number of orders, number of responses times the variable cost per order. Now the total cost is fixed cost plus variable cost of printing and mailing plus variable cost of the orders. Then the profit is total revenue minus total cost. Now, total revenue I did not name initially, so let's give a name for that. Okay. Now I have to redo this. The name will not automatically be updated, so press that, then I get the total name. So this is our initial model. Okay, let's use that to indicate that that's our output, and I'll make it into a currency format. So this is the model that we have set up. The next step is to do what if analysis. So I'll do that in the next video.